Hello. Okay, pleased to see you again tonight. Everyone, how are you? Okay. Very nice to meet all of you in my page tonight. Telling you about types of verb. Okay. So again, I'm also sorry for many days that I missed live. Can give you also a special day. We can say a special day for weekend Friday. And I also one more lesson to continue from the previous lesson about subject. Okay. Yeah, sorry, wait. It is a bit hot. Okay, again. So very nice to meet all of you. Watching out my live for tonight. We are going to continue overstay after subject. So last week, yeah, we can say what last week I taught already about subject, and there are many types of subject you learn. And today we keep resuming about verb. Yes. And you maybe know, yes, because you certainly know verb. It is the important section that we have to know type of verb and how to use verb in English. Not only English, every language, every language, verb is also the main section that the learner have to know, cannot escape from knowing about verb. Because verb, if we want to speak, we want to write, we have to learn and know about verb. A sentence must have subject and verb. So verb is the next step of the subject that I taught last week. And verb is the second section, we can say second lesson. We should learn to know how to create a sentence. Okay. So subject, you know, based on my teaching last week, subject is the words that show about the doer in the whole sentence. So verb also one main part that show about something that the subject do. That the subject do, and we must know subject and also verb, because both of them can create sentence, and also the part that I cannot escape, I want to take a part one by one to show all of you to know how to use English, both writing and speaking. We can say daily English. Yes. So just review some part that you learn about subject. Subject last week. You know the meaning of subject. Exactly, subject is the word that show the doer of the sentence, or we can say agent or doer of the sentence. So verb, it is the words that show the action in the whole sentence that the subject do, that the subject does. So if you don't know, you want to make a sentence and the sentence has no verb, cannot become a sentence. So subject and verb very important to stay, to create, to be a sentence. Yes, again and again it like repeated word, but I try to say again and again to review you back about the previous lesson and then go on to the word tonight. Okay, so you can see I don't want to waste a long time about that. Just start now, you know. So verb, everyone about verb. Before we start going to type of verb, I want to let you know the meaning of verb. You know exactly what is verb, everyone. What is verb? Verb is the words that talk about the action in a sentence. You know, talk about the action, or we can say that verb is the word that show something that the subject do. So something that subjects do. And this is the types of word that I wanted to show. Exactly, when we talk about verb, only one kind of verb. We don't think, or we don't divide or type of words or kind of verb. We don't type. But when we know deeply, we have to know about type of verb. Yes, about type of verb, because verb can be divided as the type, as the part. Like you can see number 1, number 2, 3, and 4. Start verb and action verb. Yes, main verb and helping verb. Irregular and irregular verb, and transitive and intransitive verb. They are verb. They are verb. So one by one, I will detail more and more to let you know what is start verb, what is an action verb, what is main verb, what is helping verb, and transitive and intransitive verb. You will know one by one together with me. Okay, so again, if we want to make a sentence in English, for speaking, for writing, we must have two parts. The first subject and the second verb. Only two parts we can make a sentence, you know? Yes. We must have subject and verb. So only subject and verb can be sentence. Yes. Only subject and verb can be sentence, you know? So our lesson today focus on only verb. Focus on only verb. Everyone? So that start number 1. You know what is start verb? What is action verb? So start verb. Start verbs, they are kinds of verb that talk about emotion, that talk about position, that talk about send, and talk about short, like that. So they are start verb. I mean, start verb are verb don't show the action. You know, start verb. Okay, I'm sorry. Someone called me. Okay, go on. Very sorry to interrupting. Yeah, for interrupting. So again, start verb. Start verb are words that doesn't show the action. We refer to emotion. Yes, we refer to emotion. We refer to position. We refer to send, or talk about shout. So when you see a kind of word that talk about emotion, position, send, or shout, they are start verb. Because this kind of verb doesn't show the action. For example, I will show you about emotion. You know what emotion? Okay. For example, emotion. Like I like teaching. I like teaching. So like is start verb. Start verb. You know? Like is start verb. Because this verb doesn't show the action. It's just a start verb in my emotion. I like teaching. I love everyone. I hate something bad, like that. So So when we talk about the verb that doesn't show the action, we call start verb. You got it? Okay. Emotion, like send. Um, I. I'm sorry. I hear something strange. I hear something strange. So this word hears talk about sound. Hearing sound, you know. I'm hearing something strange, or I hear something strange. So here it is the verb, start verb, but type of sound, you know, type of uh, talk about my sound, my feeling, like that. So hearing, you and me, we cannot see the action of hearing. We cannot see the action of hearing. Just the verb that so about the sound, so about my sound. I hear something strange. You got it? Like that. So again, start verbs are the verb that don't show the action in a sentence. Just a verb in sound, just a verb in feeling, just a verb in emotion, just a verb in short. Like that. That verb. So what is action? You know, go on to action verb. Action verb. Very easy to recognize about action verbs. You know, action verb. I'm sorry, I always confused about this word. My pronunciation not good. Verb and word, yes. When I try to speak fast, when I start to speak fast, verb and word always confused to say. But I recognize, you know, just remember that we are talking about verb. So what is action verb, everyone? What is action verb? Action verb, they are the verb that show the action in a sentence. Show the action, you know. Action verb, they are verbs that talk about the action. That talk about the action. Example, he walk fast. Like that. So walk is action verb. Just a simple example. Just a simple example. Just from a simple way to understand together. Understand and listen. Don't worry. If you want to know more and you have some doubts to ask, can comment. Below my live, you can comment. I will reply you back. Okay. So walk is the action verb because this verb talk about the action. When we walk, show about our action. You know, when we walk, show about our action. They speak fast. Okay, so speak like now I'm speaking. You know, I'm speaking. You see my mouth close and open, close and open. The activity of my mouth. I'm speaking. So speak is the action verb. You know, action verb. So very easy to recognize. Every verb that show the action we call start verb. I'm sorry, we call action verb. And every verb that doesn't show the action we call start verb. Just the verb that in our sense, our feeling can. Okay, sorry again. Someone calling me. Hey, stop calling me now. If you see me, I'm lying now. You know, huh? Stop calling me now. Someone call me. Okay. So go on. You know, do you understand about start verb and action verb? I'm sorry for some mistake. But if, as I told you, if you don't understand any part, you can comment below this video. I will reply you. Okay, so you know, the action verb is the word that shows the action in a sentence, like that. Okay. One by one. Don't worry. I will try to explain you more for next video. You know, for next video, I will start one by one to give example and explain you more to know. Yes. When we think the lesson is difficult, it will be difficult. But when we think it easy, it will be easy. Don't worry. Just start one by one. Okay. So, so now look at man verb. You know man verb. You know helping verb. You know. Again, I give you one sentence, one more sentence. Like, you are watching. You are watching me. Yes, you are watching me. You want one sentence? You are watching me. So you can see watch. You can see verb to be are. So both of them they are verb. Both of them they are verb. But we have one man verb. One man verb. So man verb again. When we talk about man verb, they are the verbs that show the action in a whole sentence that the subject does. You know that the subject does. So you see, you is subject. So subject you, and what is the action? Is the action that subject is doing. You are watching me. You are watching my video. So the activity you are watching. So watching show about the action that you are doing. Okay. We call man verb. Watch we call man verb because it is the only verb that express the action that we are doing. One more. She's cooking. Okay, she is cooking. So this verb is cooking. Both of them are our verb. But the main verb we talk only cooking because cooking show about the action that subject that she is doing. You know. Again. Okay, I don't want to say again and again exactly, but I try because I want you to understand what I am speaking, I am explaining, you know. So, man verb is the verb that shows the whole action in the sentence that subject, you know, that subject does. So we call man verb like, I speak to you. So speak is man verb, and I means so about my action. I speak to you. I speak to you. So this one, we call man verb. I speak to you. We call man verb because it is the verb that show my action. That show my action. Yeah, I speak to you. We call man verb. So again, man verb is the verb that show the action. You know, it's the verb that shows something the subject does. Okay. And how about helping verb? How about helping verb? Exactly helping verb. You know, when you see this verb have, they are verb that can help the sentence. You know, can help the sentence, to be tense, to be negative, to be question. So we call helping verb. You know, helping verb. They are the verb that have the other sentence. You know, have the other sentences. So that's okay. I will continue my video for next one by one to explain you more, and then you will learn with me one by one type of verb. But for tonight, the main part that I want to show tonight, just want you to focus on about verb, only verb, you know, only verb, because verb, it is very important section after subject. When we have subject, when we have verb, we can create sentence, a lot of sentence, million sentence, you know, both writing and speaking. So verb, we must know to learn like this. Okay. So you just know that. Number one, verb, they are stat and action verb. The second one, verb, talk about man verb and helping verb. And number 3, verb talks about irregular verb and irregular verb. And number 4, verbs talk about transitive and intransitive verb. So just a short meaning to know. Okay, start verb and action verb talk about the feeling. Let's see, feeling and act, feeling and activity. And man verb or happy verb just talk about the basic verb. You can see the basic verb, or how do I say? Yeah, we can say the basic verb in a sentence, or refer to auxiliary verb. Okay, auxiliary verb, like that. And regular verb and irregular verb, we will learn kind of verb that use in tenses, you know. And transitive verb and intransitive verb, we will learn about verb that need object or no object, like that. So again, the lesson today, we learn type of verb. Number 1, start verb or action verb. Number 2, man verb or helping verb. Number 3, irregular verb and irregular verb. And number 4, number 4 about transitive and intransitive verb. And when we will learn about start and action verb, we learn about feeling or activity. When we learn about man or helping verb, we learn about basic verb in the sentence or auxiliary verb. So when we learn about regular verb and irregular verb, we will learn to know about tense, because this kind of verb talk about tense using, tense verb using in tense. And number 4, transitive verb and intransitive verb, we learn about the verb that need object and the verb doesn't need object. Okay, so today my lesson only verb, just a small and simple step for you. And thank you for watching tonight. And I will go on my next lesson. Let's study one by one together next time. So if you want to know more, please join with us in my page. Please like and help to share. Thank you.